Hello students, we are looking the poem Cherry Tree. Now let me see the second part of this lecture and the next stanza on page number 67. In this poem, poet Ruskin Bond is very happy looking at the cherry plant when he has placed the cherry seed. And when he saw the cherry plant, little sapling of a cherry, and the growth of the cherry plant, everything what he saw here, and he became very happy to looking at this sapling. Without caring much, the cherry sapling, the cherry plant growing, with struggling with hurdles, some facts here. For example, goats ate its leaves, or grass cutters seed it, or there was a blight or monsoon blight. All these were the hurdles, all these were the struggles. The cherry plant was fighting with these things. Almost those things here. And although this was situation, cherry plant was growing. And it is compared with a 5-month child, poet compares it. So now, after some days, when the poet says here, I could only wait as one who watched wandering while time and the rain made a miracle from green growing pain. I went away next year, spent a season in Kashmir, came back thinner, rather poor, but richer by a cherry tree at my door. 6 feet high, my own dark cherry, and I could scarcely believe it a berry. Ripened and jeweled in the sun, hung from a branch just one. And next year there were blossoms small, pink, fragile, quick to fall, at the merest breath, the sleepiest breeze. Now in this stanza, poet says us that he went to Kashmir to spend a season. But when he went there and after his returning, he became very thinner, very poor. So he says, I could only wait as one who watched wandering while time and the rain. It means the poet knew that the plant was alive. He was impatient to see it grow further. But he could only wait as the young sapling took its time through the seasons. It was miraculous that the plant was alive and thriving. So it is said watched and wandering. It means noted the growth of the plant between the travels and between the travels and return home. And miraculous it was thing. जे कवीला या झाडाबद्दल अतिशय आनंद होतो झाड बघितल्यानंतर आणि एक निसर्गाची जी जादू आहे ती या ठिकाणी त्याला पाहायला मिळते. आय वेंट अवे नेक्स्ट इयर स्पेंट अ सीझन इन काश्मीर. मी काश्मीर सीझन मध्ये काश्मीरमध्ये या नेक्स्ट सीझनमध्ये गेलेलो होतो. केम बॅक थिनर रादर पुअर. ही बिकेम व्हेरी पुअर. दॅट वॉज हिअर बट रिचर बाय अ चेरी ट्री ॲट माय डोअर. पोएट सेज दॅट when he came back and when he saw the cherry tree, he became very richer. Although he was poor, he became very happy. 6 feet high, my own dark cherry. So after so many days, he looks at this cherry tree, and it was a 6 feet high, his own dark cherry tree. Now this time it was a 6 feet high cherry tree, and not only tree with it has some jeweled and ripened fruits there were, and it was blossom. कवीना परत आल्यानंतर जेव्हा चेरीचं झाड बघितलं तेव्हा ते 6 फूट उंच वाढलेलं होतं आणि ते झाड बघून कवीला इतका आनंद झाला. अँड आय कुड स्कॅर्सली बिलीव्ह इट अ बेरी. स्कॅर्सली और स्कॅर्सली मीन्स हिअर हार्डली, क्वचितच. कवीला आनंद का झाला की त्या झाडावर चेरी फ्रूट्स लागलेले होते आणि ही कुड नॉट बिलीव्ह इट. ही हार्डली बिलीव्ह दॅट देर वेअर द बेरी. Hung from a branch just one. So these were the fruits. They are ripened and jeweled in the sun. They are jeweled in the sun means they are shining in the sun. ते सूर्यकिरणामध्ये अतिशय सुंदर असे शायनिंग होत असलेले दिसलेले ते चेरीचे फ्रूट्स कवीला पाहायला मिळाले. दे वेर हंग फ्रॉम अ ब्रँच जस्ट वन. सो दीज वेर द फ्रूट्स हंग फ्रॉम द ब्रँच, त्या झाडाला त्या फांद्यांना लटकणारे ते चेरी फ्रूट्स. अँड पोएट बिकेम व्हेरी हॅपी. अँड नेक्स्ट इयर देअर वेर ब्लॉझम्स स्मॉल पिंक फ्रॅजाईल क्विक टू फॉल. देअर वेर ब्लॉझम्स मीन्स हिअर फ्लॉवर्स अँड ब्लूम ऑन ट्रीज. कवीनं पाहिलेला झाडाला लागलेला जो बहर आहे फुलांचा लागलेला. आणि दीज वेअर द पिंक, दीज फ्रूट्स फ्लॉवर्स which are pink and fragile. Fragile means very delicate. Fragile, delicate, dainty, very dainty kind of, अतिशय नाजूक अशी ती फुलं. Quick to fall because they are very delicate. अगदी छोट्याशा वाऱ्याच्या झुळूकनी सुद्धा ती फुलं खाली पडतात, इतकी ती नाजूक आहेत. Pink, fragile, quick to fall. So what did poet see here? There were flowers, fruits to the cherry tree, and it was blossomed, and 6 feet high it was. So the poet became very happy looking at this cherry tree. I lay on the grass at ease. See the next line, last line of this stanza. At the merest breath, the sleepiest breeze. Now these were the cherry flowers. They were falling quickly. At the merest breath. Merest here means अगदी किंचितच्या सुद्धा वाऱ्याने ती खाली पडत होती. स्लिपिएस्ट ब्रीज. स्लिपिएस्ट मीन्स हिअर अगदी मंद वाऱ्याची झुळूक, व्हेरी स्मॉल काइंड ऑफ हिअर. अँड दिस काइंड ऑफ ब्रीज, इवन दीज क्विक टू फॉल, दीज फ्लॉवर्स वेअर फॉलिंग क्विकली. सो डेलिकेट, सो डेंटी दे वेअर. I lay on the grass at ease. In the last stanza, poet says us, looking up through leaves at the blue, blind sky, at the finches as they flew, and flitted through the dappled green, while bees in an ecstasy drank of nectar from each bloom, and the sun sank swiftly, and the stars turned in the sky, and moon moths and singing crickets, and I praised the night and stars and tree, that small the cherry grown by me. Poet says now, in the last stanza, the happiness, the pleasure took by the poet while looking at the tree. Not only poet but all other are also taking the benefits or the pleasure of this tree, and that is what poet has told us through this stanza. I lay on the grass at ease. कवी सांगतो की looking up through leaves at the blue. So he laid on the grass one day and he was looking at the trees, looking at the leaves of the blue sky, blind sky. Here the sky is called a blind. It is personified here. At the finches as they flew. Finches means here birds. Birds. So little birds are flowing there, and they flew and flitted through the dappled green. Fleet means here अतिशय भुरकन असे उडणारे हे पक्षी, छोटे छोटे पक्षी या झाडावर फिरणारे, उड्या मारणारे. So poet was looking through this dappled green. Here dappled means having dark or light patches. Dappled. डार्क और लाईट पॅचेस. कवीनं पाहिलेलं आहे की त्या झाडाच्या फांद्यांमधून, छोटे छोटी झाडाची जी पानं आहेत त्या पानांमधून भुरकन उड्या मारणारी, गिरक्या घेणारी ही छोटे छोटे पक्षी. अँड दे वेअर देअर, अँड पोएट इज लुकिंग ॲट देम वेल बीज इन अन एक्स्टसी ड्रॅग. सो द finches or the birds are flowing and they are taking the pleasure of the presence of this cherry tree, and the bees are also taking the happiness, the ecstasy. In ecstasy they drank of nectar from each bloom, and the sun sang. Nectar here means sweet liquid produced by flowers. Nectar. म्हणजे जो मध आहे त्या फुलांमधला निघणारा तो त्या बीजकडून किंवा ज्या मधमाशा आहेत त्यासुद्धा त्याचा आनंद घेत आहेत. बीज इन अन एक्स्टसी ड्रँक ऑफ नेक्टर फ्रॉम इच ब्लूम अँड द सन सँक. So not only birds but also the bees taking the enjoy or they are taking the pleasure of this beautiful tree. Ecstasy drank. Happily they are drinking the sweet nectar. अतिशय मधुर असा तो मध या झाडांमधून या फुलांमधून घेण्याचं काम हे बीज करतात. From each bloom and the sun sank. Now it is the evening time. The sun is setting here. Sank means set. सूर्य मावळले. Sank. The sun sank swiftly and the stars turned in the sky. Now it is the night time. That there is a beautiful picture poet has given here of this tree and the surrounding of the tree. That poet has looked at it and he is taking the pleasure, the happiness, the ecstasy. While looking at this tree, now the tree is fully grown up totally, and the other things, other beneficiaries who are taking benefits of this tree, not only the poet but other also are taking benefits of this tree. The birds, the nectar, their bees which are taking the ecstasy of the nectar, and the sun is sinking. आता सूर्य मावळत आहे swiftly and the stars turn in the sky. Now this is the night time. There are stars. They are twinkling in the sky. And moon moths and singing crickets. And I. Yes, I. Now at this time there are moon moths and crickets who are singing. This is at the night time. The other kinds of creatures, they are taking the pleasure of this happiness of the presence of the cherry tree, and these are moon moths. आणि आता या प्राणी पक्षी आणि सगळ्या बीज किंवा मधमाशांनंतर आता रात्रीच्या वेळी असणारे जे किडे किंवा कीटक आहेत, रातकिडे आपण म्हणतो, क्रिकेट्स, ते सुद्धा या झाडाच्या असण्याचा अस्तित्वाचा आनंद घेत आहेत. मून मॉथ्स अँड सिंगिंग क्रिकेट्स अँड आय, येस आय, praised night and stars and tree. Now poet is too much happy looking at this situation, the picture which is called the miracle of the nature. It is, there is tree, the fully grown up tree here having with flowers, fruits, and all the are beneficiaries. The birds, the finches, bees, the crickets, moon moths, and all these are taking pleasure of this tree. And not only all these but poet also. So he says, yes, I also taking the, or I praised the night and stars and the tree. कवी या सगळ्यांचंच कौतुक करतो. या ठिकाणी असणारे हे सगळे किडे कीटक किंवा पक्षी असतील, बीज असतील आणि संपूर्ण सगळ्या गोष्टी असताना या सराउंडिंगमध्ये आणि त्यासोबत असणारं हे चेरीचं झाड, या सगळ्याचंच अस्तित्वाचं कौतुक कवीला करायचं आहे. दॅट स्मॉल द चेरी ग्रोन बाय मी. पोएट इज टू मच हॅपी दॅट द cherry tree which is grown by poet. Now he looks at this tree and he becomes very happy because it is grown by himself. And he wanted once a time he wanted his own tree, and this time it is the tree with full of flowers, fruits. So it is the success, it is the achievement of the poet, it is the grand success of the poet who has started some kind of work and he has now to become truly successful. So he says that small the cherry grown by me, now I'm very happy looking at this small cherry tree. In this way, in this poem, the poet has described the cherry tree, the natural process, growing process of the cherry tree, and it is directly compared with a small growing child. Without much care, how the child grows up and becomes one responsible young person. In this way, the tree also, how it there were hurdles, barriers, or there were some struggles with which the tree had to fight. And after some time, after some struggle, this tree became fully grown up and it became with full of flowers and fruits. And the tree gave the pleasure to others. So in one kind, poet gives us the message to plant more trees, because trees give us so much things. We get much of thing from the tree, and we have to plant more trees for this way, for this purpose. So one kind of message poet has given us, and another kind of message poet gives us that in spite of hurdles, struggles, one can become successful, one can get or achieve his goal. This kind of message also is given by the poet through this poem. So this is a poem by Ruskin Bond, Cherry Tree, we have seen. The beneficiaries of the cherry tree are birds, bees, moon moths and crickets, here given on page number 67. So go through the poem once again and see. There are some difficult words I have given you with meanings. Now let me see one activities we have to solve here on page number 68. See, the state whether the following statements are true or false, and you have to say whether true or false, or they are given on page number 68. The first sentence I will read. The cherry tree did not take long to grow. Actually, it took 8 years. So the statement is false. Birds and insects were benefited from the tree. The second sentence is true, as we have seen this. The poet was exalted at the sight of the cherry tree. It is also the true statement. The poem has an underlying message about the importance of tree. So in this poem, poet gives us a message to plant more trees, importance of trees. We have seen here in this poem, so this is also right statement. And the last one is the poet repents planting the cherry tree. It is totally wrong sentence that poet does not repent, but poet is very happy, and that's why the statement is false here. So poet is very happy planting the cherry tree. It is the thing here. In this way we have seen one activity here. Now let me discuss some figures of speech or poetic devices come across in the poem. Poetic devices. In this, first of all, we are going to see some figures of speech in this poem. Figures of speech, कवितेमध्ये आलेले काही अलंकार आपल्याला बघायचे आहेत. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, देर इज वन लाईन ऑन पेज नंबर 66. It was very small 5 months child. It was very small 5 months child. What do you see here? It was very small. The tree was very small. And it is called a 5 months child. The tree is not child, but poet gives us name child or calls it a child. It is the personification. कवीने यामध्ये personification ही figure of speech use केली आहे. This is the example of personification. Because the tree is personified calling child. So there are some other examples of such kind. They are, see on next page, page 67, blind sky at the finches as they flew. Here the sky is called a blind or blue. It is also sky is personified. Or in the next line, while bees in an ecstasy drank. So bees are drinking the nectar. Ecstasy means here happily, but the drinking kind of activity, it is of man's activity or human activity, and it is given to the bees here, and this is what here example of personification. And the next line, and moon moths and singing crickets. So crickets are such are called as singing. They are singing. So again here crickets are personified by giving the word singing. Now the next figure of speech we are going to see. Shriveled the slender stem, even so. What do you see here in this line? Shriveled the slender stem. Look at this line. There is one sound or consonant which is repeated most of the times, and that is letter S, or the sound of letter S is repeated 3 times. This is called alliteration. Alliteration means the sound repetition. So it is the example of alliteration. Same kind of examples we have here on page number 67, the third line, who watched the wandering while time and the rain. In this line you will see that W letter is repeated. Or the next line here, looking up through leaves at the blue. In this line letter L is repeated for 2 times. Or the next here you will find some examples of alliteration in this way. The next example we are going to see of the figure of speech. It was very small 5 months child lost in the tall grass running wild. See, there are 2 lines here and there are 2 words used as small and tall. These are very opposite words, small and tall, in the 2 lines. But what is it called? It is called an example of antithesis. This is the figure of speech, antithesis. It means the opposite words or opposite ideas are conveyed by the poet. त्यामध्ये 2 विरुद्धार्थी शब्द जेव्हा येतात तेव्हा त्याला antithesis असं म्हणतात. Or the next example here are, we are going to see about the rhyming scheme. See the rhyme scheme of the poem. See the first 4 lines of the poem. First stanza, 4 lines. The last line of the first line, last word of the first line is passed. Second line grass, pass and grass. We will give it word A. The third line, it is the last word said, and the fourth line the word is bed. Said and bed, we will give the letter B. And the next line, if we consider here, growing, knowing, there are line number 5 and 6. The same lines here, same kind of pronunciation, we will give the letter CC. So this is the rhyming scheme. It is called a rhyme scheme of this stanza. Rhyme scheme of the first stanza, I have given you A, B, B, C, C. So this is what we have seen about the poetic devices, and there are some figures of speech also we have seen. The next part, very important part of the poem, is poetic appreciation. So this is given on page number 69. It is the question here. Write an appreciation of the poem considering the following points. The points are given here about the poem, poet and title, theme, summary, gist of the poem, or poetic style, language, special features, message, and your opinion. So all these points taking into consideration, we have to complete the appreciation. How to write an appreciation I have given in next lecture.